I found your opinions on the conflict between alpha, beta, and sigma personalities to be extremely intriguing and congruent with my own observations. That said, what are your thoughts on women's envy of men? I used to think that women wanted a man who was striving to become a high-earning, well-read, well-traveled, and well-dressed guy, but lunch with the woman last year made me realize that some women are quite jealous if you have done, experienced, or achieved more than them, and may even resent you for it. While this is probably not the norm, it does happen in some cases. If you are successfully single, she will notice your peace of mind and become jealous that your attention is being given to something other than a woman, and she may actually want that attention for herself. Women are also the most logical and rational people. This makes them even more attracted to them in a sick and twisted way. They are happy for him and jealous of him at the same time. They want to be with him, but also want to destroy him simultaneously. Many of the ladies I've known have likewise seemed to find immense joy in a man's failure. Can you imagine how wonderful a woman must feel now that women excel in the classroom and make more money than men do in their 20s? I believe that men are envious of women because they have a love-hate relationship with us. They hate us as individuals but love what we can do for them as utilities. However, I also believe that there is a part of men that knows they won't be able to experience or even achieve as much as we do if we're single and unattached. In order to feel better about themselves, women are so envious that they are prepared to ruin men in the name of technological advancement. I'll talk more about this later, but first, let me introduce everyone to today's sponsor, the MGTOW book collection. Whether you're snapping Polaroids of ladyboys in Thailand or getting camel toe in Cambodia while slapping beauties, burqas in Turkey. In addition to his classic book, How to Retire on $200,000 in Southeast Asia, Luca Vendetti has a series of books to help you live the dream. His new 3-booklet series includes how to live on $500 per month in Cambodia, Turkey, and Vietnam. He also has the MGTOW book. Visit MGTOWbooks.com and use the coupon code SANDMAN to receive 10% off this edition, which is now available in 4 formats. Anyway, back to spiteful, jealous women shows their unhappiness with their lives when they see a man happy with his, probably think that's part of the oppression of the so-called patriarchy than men, simply because there are men that have things like old boys clubs and other hidden support networks to help them succeed. Why do you think that women are against every group of men in the manosphere seeking out freedom from women? They want us in relationships or chasing relationships, which would be the equivalent of a crab that is free looking for a bucket to fall into where he would be held down. They attack us through things like demonetization and other forms of social control. Many of the younger women I spoke to in these places seem to be envious of the places I went because they typically worked at second- or third-rate tourist attractions and weren't happy that I was free to travel while they weren't. As a result, they essentially put up passive-aggressive roadblocks in my way, and even getting some attention on camera wasn't enough to make up for their unhappy life situation, so I would just return when they were no longer there. Merely that I've gotten better at identifying their facial expressions and adapting to their conduct. There will always be critics, but what matters is how you respond to them. Once you've dealt with enough of them, you start to understand how to act and just accept it and work around them. Jealous ladies will try to ruin your business. Some people are envious of me because I've basically made my own way without ever working a real technical job, but they rarely understand the emotional highs and lows of owning your own business. They only see what they want to see, not the triumphant victory that was stolen from me when someone demonetized my YouTube channel. I've shown women my travel videos, and they assume I'm poor, and then ask me how I can afford to travel when I don't have a job. In my opinion, another thing that women do to neuter a man's ambition when they are envious of him is to dress him up like a Ken doll in clothes that don't suit his style and reduce his attractiveness so that other women won't actually target him and steal him away from her. Look no further for evidence of women's envious behavior toward men than the cosmetics and clothing industries. In almost all species, the male is the physically more attractive half, but with humans, the women use whatever. That's the point. Our species has gone to the men provide women financial resources to attempt to outdo us when it comes to attraction. Men invented bras to keep the girls on their chest from sagging to their knees too quickly. Go to the zoo and see the great apes, and you'll basically be looking at a peahen outdoing the peacocks by dressing up in neon green, neon purple, and neon pink feathers. They were more bright and colorful and larger than women desire wealthy men, but they are envious of them and want to close the pay gap so they may earn more money. We live in an odd time in history where women are so envious of men that they want to transform themselves into men with their actions, careers, and experiences. Is that jealousy coming out, or is it just part of the female chauvinism? Women are jealous of educated men, so they now make up the majority of university students. Women are jealous of men traveling alone, and I'm seeing more women doing the whole van life thing now more than ever. Ring the bell and look up the enigmatic link. To receive tomorrow's video today, follow me on BitChute, Twitter, and Facebook. You may also subscribe to me on my Honesty and Make. Please support me through Subscribe Star by clicking the link in the description if you want to help me continue producing content. Alternatively, you can do an hour-long coaching chat with the same man for $45, which will rush you out the door like a cheap cab ride. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills. Keep in mind that a red pill day deters women from trying to undermine successful men by having sex and sleeping with them. Enjoy the rest of your day and cheers.